Hello, good evening. Okay, so as I said yesterday in the grocery haul video, I'm going to be making, this will actually be the first time I'm doing it. I'm going to be using this ground beef, which I stated in my video, it is 93.7. So that means it has 93, it's 93 meat and 7 fat. Generally with beef, you know, any kind of thing you're making in a beef jerky, fat is not really the best thing you want. Fat will make it rancid or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I was reading the instructions on this last night because this is the mix I like to use, this brand, High Mountain jerky and cure mix. I have to buy it at here, let me just move that off to the side for a moment. I have to go to Fleet Farm. It is a local chain to the northern Midwest. I am not sure how far or where, or if it's just Minnesota, or if it's a Wisconsin, or if it's South Dakota or an Iowa brand. I don't know. All I know is they're pretty common in the northern Midwest regions of the United States. So anyway, and what they specialize in is you can like buy hunting gear, you can buy fishing gear, you can buy fishing poles, you can buy hunting guns, you can buy outdoor activity wear like sweatshirts and sweaters, and you can buy full gear like for trout fishing, you know, the rubber pants that go up to your like chest, you know, and coolers and camping gear. It's basically an outdoor kind of place. Oh, and then like in the winter time, like around Christmas, they have a thing called Toyland, and it's basically a whole bunch of Christmas toys, you know, set out for the Christmas season for families or whatever. So anyway, look it up if you don't understand what I'm talking about. It's called Fleet Farm. Anyway, that's the only, they have tons and tons of other brands of beef jerky, barbecue mixes, rubs, all that stuff, all in the same area. Anyway, this is the one my children and me like. My husband doesn't eat beef jerky, so yay for us. That just means more. So anyway, they give you, on here, see, so it says like, whoops, whole for muscle, you know, whole muscle meat. This is the rest. This is the conversions I use if I am making, like the regular other beef jerky I normally make with the round of eye roasts. But then you have right here, you have make jerky and meat snacks from all ground meat. So I had to read these instructions last night. So basically, you take they only say to do 3 pounds in 3-pound batches, which just this happens to be 3 pounds, so that works great for me. So what you do is you measure out. You have your 3 pounds. So you use these, use this. So what is it? This is the, this is the seasoning. I have a hard time reading red. That's why I had to pull it away to look. I don't know. It's just something with colors stuff. It's just hard for me to do. Anyway, so the red here is the seasoning packet, and this one is the cure. So you mix these, and it also says that you use water with it. So that's very strange for me because, like I said, I've only ever done this. I've never done ground beef. But, so anyway, it's, what is it? What'd they say on here? Oh, and I see they have their own instructions for making, you know, beef sticks. So that's not the recipe we're following. We're following this one right here. Anyway, so it says to add up to 1/4 of a cup of water per pound. So I'm going to be adding 3/4 of a pound of water. My God, 3/4 of a cup. I'm sitting here looking at the conversions and anyway, all right, so let's get this show on the road. So it says I need 2 tablespoons and 1.5 tablespoons of the seasoning, and then 2 tablespoons of the mix or the cure. All right, so let's grab our water first, I guess. Oh, I'll use the measuring cup I used at supper tonight. Sorry, I'm off camera. I'm over by my kitchen sink. I'm getting my 3/4 cup of water in my measuring cup. Okay, so this is, I had to make sure my dog wasn't, she's in full-on Roomba mode, and she's looking for food that may have dropped while I was cooking supper earlier. So I don't know if I have enough here. It looks like I do. Cool. I wasn't sure how much I had in here because this is the last one I have. I gotta go buy some more of this. I should just buy a bunch of them and just be done with it. So anyway, this one came kind of hard, and you know, like there was hard pieces, but I'm not too worried about that. I just go ahead and I don't know if you add the water or whatever first. I'm gonna add the water and the seasoning together after let's just go ahead and add the meat first. I was just gonna say I'll add the meat. Then I've got to wash my hands, of course. So give me a second here. I obviously don't have everything ready on hand. So here, now without the labeling on, I don't know if this is any type of special brand. But this is what I just happened to get at Hy-Vee. So this is just what it looks like at Hy-Vee. I don't know if this is just a generic plastic. But anyway, let's cut it open and get our meat out of there. Of course, I have very begging eyes over here like, hey, I smell meat. Woo! All right. There we go. Most of the meat out. I could sit there and scrape every little bit out, but I don't want to make this a 20-minute video, even though people have been asking me to make longer videos, which I don't mind doing. It's just, I have noticed that people don't watch my longer videos. I get more views on my shorter ones, but I'll try to accommodate. I mean, after all, I do talk a lot, so all right, so I got my meat in here. My hands are all washed again, so I can touch all these things without contaminating too much. I gotta do my dishes later, so I still got dishes from supper over there. Like I said, my family's really highly allergic to doing any kind of housework. All right, so let's go back to our sheet here. 3 pounds. I need 2 tablespoons and 1.5 teaspoons of seasoning. And just in case, you know, you don't know for sure, they do have them labeled, excuse the shine, but it does say seasoning right there. So it, you know, that one's seasoning, and then usually it says cure on it, but obviously it comes with 2 bags. One's obviously going to be the cure. All right, so let's do our 2 tablespoons of this first. I'm not overly worried about getting exact measurements, and I should probably wash my spoons, although I do just use these spoons for this product only. So I don't know. I should wash my spoons. There's a chunk of stuff in there. Okay, that's 1 tablespoon. 2, and then I only have, this one's this one is a tablespoon, if you remember your home ec class, TBS, and then I grew up with it being TBSP for, you know, the abbreviation. And then this one, see, on here it says, you know, SP. So that's what I always learned was, you know, spoon was, for the abbreviation was you wrote SP. So this one is obviously, you know, teaspoon. All right, so it said 1.5 of these. So, oh, there's a hard chunk there, so I was just squishing it. So, 1. Like I said, I don't do an exact full-on measurement. I was like, that kind of looks like half. Why not? I mean, it's cooking. It's not baking. It doesn't need to be full-on exact. I mean, if it's a little saltier than whatever, or if it's a little undersalted, well, that's fine. So anyway, then they do come in resealable bags. As you can tell, I really highly do recommend this company. They do not sponsor me. I do not have any sponsors. I'm just a housewife. So yeah, I'm not sponsored. I wouldn't even know how to add any type of sponsorship kind of things. I don't edit any of my videos. The worst I do for editing is plop 2 videos together and make it a longer video. All right, so then we got, sorry, like I said, it was in red, so I have to look further away. All right, so then it's just 2 tablespoons of the cure, which is the white one. So let's get it open. And these resealables are actually pretty nice. They're pretty easy to open and close. So I got my tablespoon without the P on it. This just abbreviated like that reminds me of that TV channel. So there's 1. I have to buy more because I'm running out of cure. I always run out of cure before I wonder what this cure stuff is. Because I always run out of the cure. See, look. I always run out of the cure before I run out of the seasoning. But you do use more seasoning than you do of the cure. So I'm trying to get a whole spoonful in there. I'm going to add just a little because it was caved in a little bit in the middle. All right, there. So I got my 2 tablespoons. All right. So see, now I need to go buy some more because, well, I'm almost out. And this is not going to be enough for any. And I would just like to say my children are skeptical that this is going to be good. Like I said, they're like, Mom, why? I'm like, I don't know. I wanted to try it. I said my seasoning mix makes, you can make it out of ground beef. And I'm not making this. I'm just, I've got to still soak this overnight. Or soak. Well, I say that because it adds water, but... And I'm just squeezing the air out of this. That's what I was doing there. But, yeah. So I just put everything back in its container. It did come with a shaker thing that you're supposed to use, but I never do. I never use it. This is just an added extra thing. So I just go ahead and... Oh, what am I doing? Ha! Okay. Silly me. I have this container or plastic bag that I put everything in, and then I put it in there. Not sure why I do that. I just do. And then I put everything in there. And I'll close this up and put this back. That's my instructional sheet. And let's go ahead and set this back on the where I usually keep it. And then we'll mix our meat. Okay, let's, oh, I gotta add my water now, I guess. So it says, gotta add this much water, so it's kind of weird that I have to add a bunch of water. All right, let's go ahead and do it. That's what it said to do. It says I'm supposed to mix this until it gets sticky. I should have warmed this meat up. It's cold, but it's not overly cold. It's only 40 degrees or whatever the temperature in my fridge is. It's no different than going outside and, well, actually it's a lot warmer than if you were making snowballs or making a snowman. That's even colder. And of course I'll have to wash my hands, but I'm just going to put plastic wrap over the top of this and set it in the fridge. And they say that you can let it sit for an hour to up to overnight. And it does say that the cooking time, if I make these, I'm supposed to put it between plastic wrap, or not plastic wrap, wax paper, and roll it out to a 1/4 of an inch thick. And it says up to an hour and a half in the food dehydrator. It says 200, but my food dehydrator says 185 for meats. All right, this is getting pretty sticky because it's really sticking to my hands. It feels a lot different than like if I were making meatballs. It doesn't have the, you know, it doesn't have the egg and the bread in it. All right, so I'm just gonna scrape off what's extra here, flatten it out, try to get the stuff off the sides. Smells good, smells just like regular. I probably could sit here and mix it a little bit more, but I'm not gonna be, I'll mix it again once I take it out to start putting it on my dehydrator tomorrow. But all right, let me wash my hands. Yeah, I could have edited that out, but I'm lazy. I'll be honest, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna. All right. So you get to watch me mess up on my my cling wrap. I always end up with a 1/4 that's curled in or something. Oh, I scared the dog putting my container away. All right. All right, there we go. Hopefully that'll work. I just put plastic on it. Whatever. All right, so anyway, that was my video, and hey, would you look at that? It's almost 20 minutes long. You got a 20-minute long video. And I will be cutting up apples. These here, they're a little brown, but they were left over from supper. So, because I cut up apples to go with supper. Anyway, I'm going to start cutting up my apples to use in the dehydrator for today. So I guess this is going to, I don't know if I might actually just not do my apples tonight, and I might just go ahead and, I don't know, I might just eat these ones. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to do my apples tonight because they do take 24 hours, and I don't want to have this sitting for 24 hours. They say don't, you know, overnight, so I don't want to over cure them. I don't know if that makes it bad or what. I'm just going to follow their recipe, and I'm going to do this in the morning, and you know, and then I'll make my apple after I finish making the ground beef stuff. So I'm going to just upload this tonight, and I might do a video on showing what I ended up doing for the for this in the dehydrator in its own video, since this video is, like I said, this video is almost 20 minutes long. So, okay, you have a great rest of your night, and thanks for watching. Bye!